Yo, what's up?
Hello.
How are you guys? Thank you, Domo, for the sub. 10 months, appreciate you. How you guys doing? Chipmunks are way higher pitched. That was Nightcore. Bowie, wasn't there an era where Nightcore was huge?
Yeah.
When was that?
2012.
When was Naughty Boy made?
About 2012.
There you go. Thank you, Heather and Clayton. 7 and 10 months. Appreciate you guys. Great matching shirts. It's crazy. We didn't even know each other were making them. I just picked her up from the airport and it was like, what?
That's crazy.
But I appreciate it, Tom. Thank you, Olivia. Shout out to Mimi. Move the camera to the right. Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
Is that good?
Otherwise, I was going like this.
That's good. Bowie's going to be on my Spotify Wrapped. Well, so, interesting. There's Bowie Jane and there's B Jane.
B Jane's more pop.
Mm.
And Bowie Jane's a bit more today.
Did you ever have any other, like, pop names you were going to try out?
No, it's always been Bowie Jane, but I was Bowie Jane when the Bad Boy stuff came out, and I pulled it down before I released today's era of music.
Mm. Will America make an appearance after Golden Bachelor? She's doing a Golden Bachelorette live, probably.
Bowie Jane is for the purists.
Yes. Need Bowie's thoughts on Sue pretending she's 45. So, we didn't watch Survivor. We watched The Challenge.
Is she pretending?
Yes.
But how old is she?
What is she, like 60?
Oh, okay.
How old is Sue?
Oh,
58. Pretending to be 45.
Well, good on her, I say. Absolute legend. You got to do what you got to do to win the game, I say.
Did you regret lying about your age after seeing the age of our cast?
Yes. So what happened was when we were going around, and I didn't want to change my story in my head. I knew it so well.
Yeah.
That it was too late in my head to restructure the truth.
Interesting.
So no, and also still the median age was not 45. The median age was like 30. So,
but it was older than you thought it would be.
It was definitely older than I thought it was. Yes.
And like I think we have the oldest cast by average age.
Yeah.
Ever.
Thanks to me.
Well, it's mostly like
Felicia,
Suri, you, Heisem, Red.
Yeah, it was
like,
good actually.
It was pretty good. Even Izzy was 34. Cam's 34.
Yeah. How old was Mimi?
30.
Yeah, it was a much older cast than this season.
I was 21. The next youngest was 24.
You really brought the average down.
Yeah.
Without you, the average would be right up.
Yeah, Wednesdays are fucked up. We have the Golden Bachelorette, Survivor.
And then Bowie arrives.
The Challenge. Yeah. It was messed up. But, yeah, we're doing skeezy situations today. So we'll wait like 5 minutes and then we'll send out the link. So get your problems ready. Bowie and I are going to solve them. Bowie, you told me that you feel uniquely qualified to solve all problems. Why is that?
I don't remember saying that. Did I say that?
It's been 2 margaritas since then.
Well, if I did say that, I think it's because I've lived a long life.
35 years.
Yeah, more than you have.
That's Bowie today was like, we were talking about Big Brother 25, and she's like, oh my god, when we're 50, we're still going to be talking about it. I'm like, what do you mean when we're 50?
Yeah, then I was like, wait, that's going to be me soon. I mean, when you're 50.
Thank you, McCoy, for the 9 months. I appreciate you. Is Bowie a cricket fan?
Actually, yes. I'm not a diehard, but like I've grown up with cricket, yes.
Is Australia a dominant force in the world cricket scene?
Yes.
I can imagine.
Yeah. We would be, for years we would have been up there with the best, I would say.
Tigers versus Padres or Mets for the World Series? I'm rooting for the Royals. That's me. Cory talking about BB25. I'm shocked.
Wait, guys. What happened is I arrive, I walk in the door, and I'm the culprit. I start talking about the show.
Yes.
What about on week 3? What about, we don't stop. We don't even sit down. We're just still talking all the way through.
Yes. Thank you, Lena, for the Prime. 2 months. I appreciate you. Okay, so y'all, I need some answers. Because Bowie Jane is still trying to convince me that Suri was loyal to the professors in the early game.
Yes. Well, no, I don't know if that's my thought. I just think that she I thought our alliance was legit-ish. I know there were multiple alliances. Now I know. But I still believed...
All right, well, I'm making a poll for you guys so we can hear the people.
But actually, Cory made a good point. Really, they're just going with whoever was winning. So how can we ever tell what the correct answer is?
All right, have your voice heard. Who was the most loyal? Who was the most real? The Professor's 7 Deadly Sins or For Real, For Real?
For real, what a fucking joke. Are we allowed to swear on here? Yeah.
Yeah, we're allowed to swear.
The
Oh,
Professors! Can I vote? I want to vote.
Sure, I'll give you. I'll vote for the Professors for you.
Thank
sure.
you.
Yeah, For Real, For Real.
For real, no, that was a load of shit.
Honestly, I think you all are wrong. I think the answer is 7 Deadly Sins.
That's what he was saying.
7 Deadly Sins minus Jag, I think is the correct answer. Because For Real, they gave up on me and America quick. She was covered from all angles. Surely you're talking about Bowie Jane and not Suri, right?
She was covered from all angles, but not very well in the end.
She was covered from all angles that didn't involve competitions.
That's right. As long as she didn't have to win.
All right, For Real wins with 62% of the vote. What a life.
I'm shocked.
It's a biased chat. They're a Cory
Shook it.
chat. Suri had a few DRs saying For Real was her number one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't watched the show. I think Suri was... and yes, I agree with that one.
You didn't trust anyone but Jared. He's the one person she shouldn't have trusted. She could have trusted Izzy more than Jared. Me more than Jared. But anyways. Alright, you guys ready for the link? I need you guys to deliver, okay? On the Patreon's been pathetic. Suri really liked Red and Heisem. She hated Heisem and then put up Heisem and then felt bad about it.
Exactly, Plastic. That's what I thought.
Okay. I'm going to post the link. Get him in. I'll pin it. Bowie, right now. If Bowie single-handedly decided Big Brother 26 is America's favorite player, who would it be?
Angela.
Angela, why?
If I get to choose. Just because she ruffled some feathers. She was a bit chaotic. So it was good for TV. And ended up a little bit likeable towards the end. I would say at the start not likeable, but ended up likeable. I thought that was a good recovery from her.
It's a good take. Now, who do you all in the chat think is going to win AFP is my question. Honestly, you guys are right. I'll submit a Google form where you guys can put your things anonymously, okay? No, this could be about anything, doofus. Tucker.
Yeah, but are you guys voting Tucker?
No, they're not. I was trying to convince Bowie earlier that, like, it's already over. Tucker's won AFP.
Oh,
Time to move on.
I was rooting for him when he was on, I have to say. I don't know why.
I'm surprised. As a live feeder now, Bowie?
I know, but I think that's why. Like, now nothing compares to the live feed. So, I can't even watch any show unless there's a live feed, I've discovered.
Will he be the first pre-juror to win? So this is a trivia question.
Oh.
There is...
I'll bet that's an answer. The answer is no, I bet.
There is a couple pre-jurors to make top 3. I think he'd be the first to win, correct? So Jason got top 3... I think first pre-juror, Cody got the same placement, yeah. Because they used to do top 11 made jury.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Tom. I was there.
Yeah, I don't think Quinn, after seeing that vote, I don't think he's going to win.
Thank you, Coco, for the 8 months, and Jane for the 10 months. Bowie, I love your FBJ hat.
Thank you.
I think you did a good job embracing it.
Yeah.
Jason and Howard, those are the ones, yeah. Why are you both live at the same time? That's rude. There's a lot to get done. Okay, we're all hanging out together later, which means we have to overlap our lives.
Yeah.
Are you drinking medicine? Absolutely. Pure cough syrup. You see a poll to see who out of your chat is voting for Tucker, Quinn, Leah, MJ, Angela? I'm certain Quinn's gonna win. We have a biased chat. A very biased chat.
Very busy schedule these days, that's correct. We have this weekend, thank you for asking. Ooh. This weekend we have the Big Brother finale watch
there's
party.
Nothing to advertise. The tickets
are
sold out.
No. Oh, no, you can buy the VIP add-ons.
Can you buy the VIP add-ons without a ticket?
No. But if you're
if you're in the chat and you've already had a ticket, Bowie, who do you think from this season, you have to give me an answer, is playing the most Bowie Jane game?
Well, I will tell you one thing that someone said in my live yesterday, which I said F off to, which was, Cam's the new Bowie. I'm like, mate, Cam didn't win 3 head of households and never get nominated. No further questions, Your Honour. Okay, so who is playing the game most like me?
I think it's Cam. Even without the HOHs, I think it's Cam.
No, he's not playing.
Well, who else is winning?
There's an element
things?
of him.
Give me your answer then. Is it MJ?
No, but you have to be a little bit of MJ, to be honest. You have to be a bit crafty with it, but I don't see any likeness to anyone.
Who do you guys think played the Cory game? I think it's Joseph, but I was a better version of Joseph. But I think it's Joseph.
See, I just feel like everyone's so individual.
Also, everyone send Joseph love. Dealing with a hurricane. There's no one like you, Cory. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't see any. When I was first watching, I was like, I played similar games to them, and as the game goes on, you're like, no.
Last time you were here, you were saying you're Rabina.
I know, but now I just think it's just a little bit different, because I was a little, in my head, I was a little more aggressive with
Look, I think people are, ragged on you during our season for being passive. You're more active than everyone on this season, except, Chelsea and MJ.
Yeah.
I know. Cam does nothing. Chemo, Rubina. Very nice people, all of them. But
our season was very active.
Yeah. Which I liked. She would have been so boring if we were just all, hanging out all day.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how the Google form is doing. Okay. Keep submitting them, please. Let's dive into some of these questions, okay? Let me... Okay, let's start with this one. You guys are not truly understanding the assignment, but we'll roll with it, okay? We'll roll with it. Let me make the webcam bigger. Screen capture. Okay. So the first question... Let me actually make this smaller. It says, I trapped a rat in one of these sticky rat traps. However, I accidentally stepped in the trap as well. Do I befriend or smash the rat? Do you understand the question, Bowie?
Trapped a rat in one of those sticky rat traps. However, I accidentally stepped in the trap as well.
This is a classic issue that comes up.
I might leave this one for you.
So you're trapped. I'm a big befriend animals person. If you find a lizard in your house, I'm gonna go let the lizard outside, or are you gonna kill the lizard?
Oh, definitely not kill it.
What about a spider?
Probably kill it. But I'm Australian.
So is it true the Australian stereotypes about the tarantulas everywhere and the scorpions and everything?
Well, they're not necessarily deadly spiders. The big ones aren't that deadly, the huntsmans. But yeah, they are everywhere. In every corner of every room, you would look up there and there'll be a spider in the corner.
So have you become immune to it?
No.
You're still scared?
You're just always wary. I would never leave clothes on the floor I have today.
Is there a big mozzie problem?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's about the same as everywhere, but yeah.
So,
It's mostly spiders.
Ned in the chat, he's one of my mods. Ned is from Australia, lives in Australia. He's a chef.
Oh, yes?
So he's saying that you're lying. Ned, why is she lying? Speak to that.
Lying about what?
About the state of predators in Australia. Scary animals.
Oh, no, the big ones aren't necessarily the most poisonous. Is that what we're talking about? I'd say the redback is like this big and it's poisonous.
Is a redback a spider?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which one's the moderator?
Ned, the little swords next to them.
Oh, okay. Ned,
There's no spiders unless you're in, like, grass areas,
I
he says.
dispute that. I dispute that.
Oh, he's from the city. Understandable.
Yeah. I mean, I lived in the outskirts of the city, and I'm telling you.
Understandable.
You're driving, and one crawls from under your visor. Come on, Ned. You know this, right? Where
Keep
a
up.
huntsman... I was filling up with petrol one time. A huntsman crawled down the pipe whilst I was freaking filling up. I screamed, and this is in the suburbs, like, not in the country.
I can't take you. You said petrol?
Yeah, gas for you guys. But if he's Aussie, he'll know what I mean. If he really is Aussie.
You think he's pretending? How dare you,
Maybe.
Ned?
You got bad luck. No, mate, I don't know. What city do you live in that doesn't have spiders?
All right, let's go to the next question. I'm applying to college, and I'm very stressed. Bowie, how does the college application process work in Australia?
You come out of school, well, at least when I did, you come
Yeah.
out of high school and you apply for universities, and then you go straight into your, like,
Your
law
field.
or commerce, where you don't do anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So there's no, like, secondaries or tertiary school or whatever?
Yeah.
It's not like you do undergrad and then law school?
No.
Interesting. What's the, like, Harvard of Australia?
Maybe
Is it like a school in Sydney?
It's probably like Melbourne University or something, but there really isn't that kind of a Harvard situation.
Interesting.
There is in England, but not in Australia.
You know what's funny is, like, I feel like Harvard is still the Harvard of, like, Australia. Like, a lot of people in, like, South Korea even talk about going to Harvard.
Yeah, it's definitely, like, you know of Harvard and
Yeah.
you know of Yale. You do, all those, like, I'd never heard of Brown, but I knew about it
Vanderbilt,
from
yeah.
living here, you know what I mean? And I knew about Vanderbilt from living here, but I know they're
That makes
exclusive,
sense.
but yeah.
So, England's what, like, Oxford, Cambridge is, like, the
Yeah.
main ones?
Mm-hmm.
I just joined. Good to see Bowie Jane in the house. Yeah, we've squashed our beef. We had a long chat today, and we got over it.
And instead we got matching t-shirts.
Honestly, my advice to this is I had a dream school for basically all of my junior, senior year. I wanted to go to Northwestern. It was in Chicago. It was this pretty campus I visited, which showed the demonstrated interest and did everything I needed. Got a rec letter from one of the professors at Northwestern before I even got in, and I got deferred. Totally flopped. Did not accept me. And then I sent in a last-minute ED2 application to Vanderbilt. Never been to Nashville, never seen the school, never done anything. Got accepted. A couple of years later, submit a cast tape to Big Brother talking about my time at Vanderbilt and Nashville, Tennessee, and all the country life and whatever. Got on the show, met America, did all these things. The point is, whatever your aspiration is for college, like, if it works out, it works out. That's amazing. And if it doesn't work out, something else is going to work out, and it'll be amazing. I think you underestimate the change in your life going from, like, high school to college. Like, it's a whole different world. Whether you end up at, like, your local school or some elite private university that you really want to be at, it's going to completely change your life, and you'll enjoy it. That's my advice.
And then when you go into the workforce, none of it matters anyway.
My dad said, yup, you totally flopped. I drove to, like, my neighborhood
Your
park.
dad! Hi.
Wait.
I'll see you this weekend.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, Michael. Because my dad is certain he could beat you in a tennis match.
I was like, oh, who was that rude person who wrote you totally flopped?
Now, Dad, can you tell me your resume in the chat? Like, what about your tennis resume makes you think... Because what's your resume?
I mean, I played on the professional circuit.
So she's a pro tennis player. She's a professional athlete.
It was a while ago, though.
What's your... I mean, he's like 7-8 years older than you. It was very funny because I was talking to America and I was like, oh, Bowie's gonna meet my parents. And it's like, you're much closer to their age than our age.
I know.
So I'm gonna have to be like, Dad, this is my friend,
Yeah,
Bowie Jane.
but they weren't in the Big Brother house.
Absolutely
Cory.
not. I sent this in. It's great advice. I'm glad. SB, honestly, it'll work out whatever way it is. I was devastated, and then I was over the moon happy 2 months later. Just try to take it with a grain of salt. Like, it'll work out how it works out, and ultimately it'll be traumatic and life-changing either way. He played in high school. Top 25 in Florida, under 18. So you're really relying on, like, the gender gap, Dad.
Well,
I think she's going to smoke
pretty
you.
good.
I'm sure it's pretty good, but you were a pro. Here's my thought. Dad, if you were on the wall, you don't make it past the first tilt. Honestly,
He didn't either.
I made it a minute. I was there. I got 5th or 6th. I think you beat... Do you think he beat Suri and Felicia? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you would.
My dad's advice is go to a state school. Honestly, in the U.S., I'm not saddled with debt because I lost a testicle and then had a lawsuit. So unless that's your plan, it might make sense to go to a state school and save your money.
When in doubt, lose a testicle.
It's my strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the next question. Okay. Skipping all the stupid questions. Okay, this seems like a good one. I recently found out that my ex-boyfriend's ex-boyfriend's ex-sister-in-law.
That's hard already.
So it's your ex-boyfriend's sister-in-law, so your brother got a divorce, presumably, and this is like the ex, okay? Is dating somebody that I know from my hometown. This is mind-boggling news because the girl is actually psychotic. She scammed my ex-boyfriend's family out of $100,000. Okay, this is interesting. So, do you understand the question, Bowie?
I say you're too far removed, don't get involved.
Here's my thought.
You didn't
thought.
read the rest of it out for everyone. Oh, they can see it.
Yeah, they can see it. So, my thought is, what I would do, I would stay out of it. Not my monkey, not my circus. What do I have to do with this? But, it's not going to affect your life to just send a text out. You know what? Like, if you feel like this is your way to contribute to society, I don't mind it.
Don't put it in writing. Don't put it in writing. Tell her when you're in the coffee shop next to her.
Wait, America, just to be clear, are you commenting in my chat while doing a live in the other room? Or are you done with the live? What's happening here?
Respect the hustle.
America said I respect women's rights and wrongs.
Yeah, don't put anything in writing because you'll just get caught. That was a good thing about the house. Nothing in writing.
As your word in the house didn't need writing.
No, actually...
Your verbal agreement was gold.
That's exactly it.
Except when it came to me in America. Let's talk about it.
Then it was over.
She said, I'll never break my word. Unless it's with my 2 real friends.
No, I really didn't do the dirty with you. I found a video on that, actually. Everyone saying, that was Cam saying that everyone wants Cory out.
Everyone.
Yeah, and that she still won't Bowie still won't put him up. That's what he's actually
That
saying.
is true. That had him freaking out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting ADOG956 a tier 1 sub. America, you weren't willing to spend $5.99 a month on me? I'm sub to your Instagram. That's crazy. Bowie, if you could go back knowing what you know now, would you choose America and Cory over Matt and Jag?
Well,
sounds like a lot of words that is not yes.
No, I think the answer is no if we're in the exact same position.
No, knowing what you know now.
Yeah, but from day one.
Oh, so you're saying Matt and Jag still win the comp, so you still have to go with them?
No, I mean from day one, we then have to align from day one.
You would still go in the room with Suri.
No, not necessarily.
So it'd be you, me, America, and who else in the comic room?
Well, we need some other people.
Who'd be? Yeah, we'd be screwed.
We needed. We could have Red. But he was gone.
What's your opinion on MJ taking Cam over Rubina? I love it. I think MJ's been fun because she always makes the wrong decision. And her making another wrong decision and then winning the final HOH and making another wrong decision.
Oh, yeah, you know what's going to happen. Cam's going to win and take Chelsea. Or Chelsea's going to win and take Cam.
She would actually align even harder with Jag? I don't think so. I think Bowie, if you played again, you'd still throw the comps, probably.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, only people didn't know I was athletic.
Fuck, I don't want to work with you, Bowie. Let me work with Jag, actually. Me, America, and Jag are going to form the Mafia.
Win for the team when I've got a team, but until I'm sure I've got a team.
We had a team at the wall.
Well, it was very new. It's a little new for my liking.
Do you see, this is the goalposts moving.
Also, I thought everyone threw it. I was like, those little idiots, they jumped off.
Bowie found it so easy to hang on that when me and America fought our hearts out and couldn't do it, she's like, I could go for another 3 hours. They obviously threw it. Meanwhile, we're like crying on the sideline out of pain.
I was like, oh my God, Jag threw it as well. I can't believe everyone bloody threw this. I'm shocked.
It's messed up. And then everyone in the house was telling me Bowie threw it, because you like kind of jumped off. And I was like,
wee.
And I was like, I don't think so. And I think she's 35, and I think she's just a DJ. I was so...
Cut to Cam. She's a lawyer. No.
Cam saw the episode in Jury. I'm convinced.
Yeah, I'm convinced too.
All right, let's get to the next question.
Dodgy.
But Bowie's advice is stay out of it. My advice is...
Get involved.
A little bit of drama's fun.
The Bowie miss was real, see?
Bowie let Jag win 25? Absolutely not. If anything, Bowie's actions should have led to Matt winning. Because Jag handed it to Matt. And then Jag won. You know what I mean? So, that's all I'll say about that.
I did not have Cory misted. I did not put him up. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you had me misted.
No. I was legit about the Cory relationship.
Would you go on the new Big Brother Australia?
I mean, it just... I think I'd prefer to keep Australia separate.
What does that mean?
Because I'm a lawyer in Australia.
Do you have like a reputation there?
Yeah, it's like... They don't know about me and Big Brother
Do you
America.
think in this age of the internet that still
it's amazing
is true?
It still doesn't really filter out.
It's the OG style. Bowie told me about this, they
had two houses going at the same time. It was so good.
Bowie in the house gave us all these conspiracy theories of what was going on in the house. Of like, you know, on Big Brother Australia, they had a whole second house where they had a whole other game
merged.
with... She was describing Survivor.
And Intruders, we had Intruders. It was so good.
And Bowie was describing like the big controversy of Big Brother.
Jess and Marty. Yes, Jess and Marty. Love Jess and Marty. In fact, I partied with Jess and Marty from Big Brother Australia.
Wow.
I partied with Jess.
Interesting.
I had a few bevies, actually.
A few bevies. Bowie was saying how in Australia, the big controversy was like, there was these two men who sexually assaulted this woman in the house. And it was this big controversy, and they removed the woman. And I'm like... And they kept the feeds on? What? I'm like, on our season, like, someone would say, like, the B word and the feeds were cut for the day.
Don't forget, this was in the 2000s, early 2000s, so, like, there probably were less rules.
Do you remember what the controversy was called? I'm sure someone in the chat knows it. Turkey slap. If you want to look into it, look up turkey slap.
Sarah May... So is P. Loutge Australian? Or did you
Ploutge? I assume so. I think you are, right? I'm trying to remember.
Because Sarah Marie and the Bum Dash. Yes, that was the year of Big Brother. It was fantastic.
BB Australia 10 is the GOAT season. We gotta check it out.
You know who I'm friends with? Very good friends with? Hayley Luscott. She got married now. I was just trying to remember what she's going by at the moment. But she was on those Big Brother seasons.
Is that from BB Australia?
She's now a judge in Australia. A magistrate, actually.
Damn, the Big Brother to law pipeline's crazy. Okay. Hey, I'm a 26-year-old guy, and I've never had a girlfriend. Do you think this will be a deal breaker for women my age?
Just don't tell them.
I think it's way less of a deal now than it's ever been in human history. Because so many people are so, like, chronically online, and, like, they went to college, didn't work out, and then they're in the same exact position you are. Where, like, if you were born in the 80s, it'd probably be a bigger problem than it is now. Like, I don't think I would have ever had a serious girlfriend if it wasn't for going on Big Brother and meeting America. I truly mean that. So, like, I think you have to understand that in your own head, you may feel like I'm on this own island of not having a serious relationship until I'm 26. That feels crazy. But I think it's way less crazy than you think it is.
Also, the way to say, if anyone asks, is, I've obviously had a few short-term relationships, but nothing long-term. Because I've been very busy.
And I think the key is if this is like a deal breaker for anybody, you don't want them anyways. If they're a nice, caring person, you're going to be fine with whatever inexperience you feel like you have.
Yeah.
Like, I will say this, like, I felt like I was somewhat experienced going into the house, way less than 99% of 21-year-olds. But America was 28 and had long-term boyfriends and was, I think a normal person for her age. Normal would be the wrong word, but I think you get the point. And because America and I connected very well, it didn't matter because America's a nice person and we made it work.
That's right. When it's right, it's right.
When you meet the right person, it'll work out.
Also, you could lie about your age.
You could lie about your age by
Say
exactly
you're
10
21.
years. She was 27. Yeah, she was 27 when she entered, and I was 21 when I entered. All of Bowie's advice is lie.
That's right.
And that's why she got further than me in America. But I truly mean this because this was an anxiety I had for so long. Like, just try to recognize that you're not weird in any way for this. This is very normal for people of this generation. Just don't feel like this is a reason to not put yourself out there. That's like a chicken and the egg situation. Like, you're like, okay, I can't talk to anybody because I haven't had a relationship and I'm this old. But then you're going to be 27, and the reason you haven't had a relationship is because you refuse to go out and meet somebody because you haven't met anyone yet. So, like, you've got to break the cycle. You'll be fine. And just don't feel like you're less than, because you're not. It's very normal.
Guys, some people don't understand sarcasm, obviously. I'm just saying. Everything I say is a joke, just so you know.
Start your relationship by lying, bold choice.
Like, obviously...
Look,
come on, guys.
America told me she went to UTRGV, was her college. So it worked out for us.
That's right.
Own your inexperience. Acting confident doesn't require being confident. I agree. I don't think it's something you have to lead with, though. Because it's just kind of weird. Like, not like that specific detail, but like, I would just start with a, how are you? What are your hobbies? What do you do for, that kind of thing. But I believe in you. You'll be fine. I feel like I felt the same exact way, so. And it worked out. Okay. I recently started dating a doctor. It's been a month, and he's honestly great, but I do feel like most of our conversations revolve around him, which is starting to annoy me. Do you think a month is too early to bring it up to him, or should I be patient and hope he fixes it on his own?
Oh, I think it could be a personality trait, but it could also be a nervous thing.
I think you should bring it up now, and if he reacts super combatively, red flag, get rid of him.
Yeah, I do think it's a red flag, but you could maybe wait a little bit more than a month. Although, I don't know, maybe don't waste your time.
Get him to take you out to some nice dinners first. But I do think this is a problem. Like, I think if you mention it once, see how he reacts, and then go from there.
Oh.
Just start yapping about yourself.
I'm not sure how you bring that one up. Guy, I think you're a bit self-centered.
But it's only been a month.
Yeah.
So I think you say, like, hey, I feel like when we talk, it's always about you. Like, do you feel like you recognize that? And if he reacts in a negative way, it's like, okay, it's only been a month anyways, who cares?
Yeah.
Let's move on. And if he reacts more, like, positively and understandingly and starts talking less about himself, maybe you can go from there.
Or like Maya says, just start yapping about yourself. So do that and see what the reaction is.
It's your strategy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if all else fails, don't give it too long, because there's plenty more fish in the sea.
Yeah, he's honestly great, but I do feel like most of our conversations revolve around him. I think you should take some responsibility and, like, try to talk about your own life. And if it still comes back to just his life, then you know you're not the problem. It's him. So make an active effort yourself. If it doesn't work out, it's not your fault. So anyways. Honestly, though, it's only been a month. You're still in the trial period.
Yeah.
Figure out if you actually like him. Definitely not answering that question.
Well, I missed it. Probably a good thing, whatever it was.
I gotta screen these questions before we actually put them on the screen.
these are complicated.
I'm not answering that question. How does Bowie feel about Matt? Which Matt? Matt Hardiman? She loves him. Okay. So I'm super insecure in my classes, even though everyone tells me I'm doing good and that I'm fun to be around. I'm so worried everyone hates me and are just using me to get good grades. I constantly feel like I'm being talked about behind my back, and I'm worried even my professors don't think I take things seriously. How can I be sure that everything is actually true and overcome these lingering insecurities? College is so rough. Can't take the feeling of feeling like you always need to be in flight or fight mode every time.
Join some clubs which you are a specialist in and become involved in smaller groups, which rather than the big group that's what I think.
Yeah, like whatever group you think you're like a part of.
Then become involved.
I felt this way in college. Like, I felt like I was kind of on my own. I still had my high school friends, which was really nice because I feel like, weirdly, my high school friends didn't do very well socially in college. So, like, I still had them no matter what. But, like, the actual people in the class, I felt like they were in their own world, and I was just operating as, like, I was, like, basically playing single player the whole fucking college. But I do think you overestimate how much anyone in these college classes cares about you whatsoever. Like, I can guarantee they don't hate you. In high school, people are more petty and, like, high school-y and bullying, and in college, no one gives a shit. They're at their classes, and then they just want to leave their classes and not think about it at all. So no one hates you. Genuinely. No one hates you. In terms of, like, the being talked about behind my back, again, I want you to recognize it's college, not high school.
And just remove yourself from that and find your niche friends.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to worry about this bullshit.
I maybe had 5 or 6 friends in all of college, and that was mostly high school friends. And I was pretty content. Making friends in the college is easier than high school. What I found is college is easier, but you have to put in active effort, whereas high school, it kind of happens automatically because you spend the whole day together, where in college, like, after your classes, if you just go back to your dorm, you're not going to make any friends. So, like, my recommendation is join some smaller clubs of your niche interests, whether it's, like, role-playing games, video games, whether it's athletics, whether it's trivia, anything. That'll get you into a more concentrated group of, like, whether it's, like, nerds or athletes or whatever it is.
People that you align with.
Yeah. The last thing is, like, think about how much you think about other people in your class. Like, do you sit there in your dorm at night thinking about, like, X person who answered these questions? No. You're not. Most people are just thinking about themselves and their really close relationships. So don't feel like people are against you. They're not. If anything, they're just, like, you know, indifferent towards you, which most people are indifferent towards most others.
Also, it's like, this is a little bit similar, but not really. But, like, when you go to the gym, some people are scared to go to the gym, a public gym, because they're worried that people look at them because they're not very good. I'm telling you, people only look at people because they're good. They don't look at people because they're bad, generally. So if you don't be nervous about being not good at something or not liked or whatever. People aren't looking at that. They're looking at the good person, the popular person, or this, or that.
Yeah, you're just chilling. Go on your laptop. I barely paid attention to my classes, just hung it on my laptop.
Yeah.
I was on, like, Reddit. You know what's crazy, Bowie? I used to sit in class, right? And this is after Big Brother, so I had 1 semester left. Yeah. And I would just sit in chat, like, reading Twitter, Reddit about Big Brother 25.
Oh, my God.
And then once somebody,
I was nowhere near it.
Somebody, like, looked over to my screen and was like, is that you? It was the most embarrassing moment of my life. Imagine Googling yourself in class and people catching you. Thank you, Ted, for the Prime. I appreciate you. It was a traumatic moment in my life. It was not good. I watched the live feeds during class last season. Honestly, that would be Bowie if she was still in school.
Oh my God, I couldn't pass anything there.
Bowie was in the shower watching feeds.
Seriously? I've only just stopped. Because they're boring now.
It's not dive into a mountain, but I appreciate it, Ted. Who do you think is best for MJ to evict? MJ needs to evict Cam.
Yeah.
Because Rubina will take MJ will take Rubina, and MJ will beat Rubina.
Wild that she can't see that. But anyway.
And maybe Cam will evict Chelsea, but I think it's unlikely.
I mean, MJ just may win all the comps in the end, though.
I mean, there's only one left. Or, I mean, three, but...
That was my theory. I was like, well, you're just going to have to win. So.
Someone said, Cory, you're fine as hell, but said instead of as, they said ass.
Well,
so I don't know how to take that.
Maybe mean that.
Bowie, from one only child to another, do you wish you had siblings? You're not an only child.
I'm not an only child. But if I were an only child...
How many siblings would you want, theoretically?
I think the more the merrier. Like, I would love heaps, because, yeah.
It is cool. Like, America has a group chat with her 5 siblings.
Yeah, that's cool. I've got one brother.
Yeah. FBJ, if you could play the game again, who would you align with? All right, I want a 5-person alliance, you and 4 people.
Okay.
Build it.
It's going to be exactly the same.
You're going to say Matt, Jack, Cory, America?
Yeah.
It
is. Good. I mean, I chose that. In my head, I was like, these are the people for me.
Bowie, I think here's your move, okay? Me and America, of course. We're loyal. I think you take Heisem.
Oh, okay, but...
Because Heisem's obviously got beef with all the people who betrayed him. So we take Heisem. And
is
then
this for the next show if we had the same cast?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
It's the next show. We all remember our experience.
Okay, and we're all going in knowing what everyone's capable of. All right, well, that's different.
Yes. You say Matt, Jag, Cameron, Red,
I
and
think
me.
Heisem is good. Heisem.
Honestly, Red might be a good call.
We're going to take Cory, America, Red, myself, and we...
If you say Surrey, I'm logging off.
And... No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Anyway, so that's it. That's the 5.
Heisem and Jag is the other 2, so you don't have to win comps. You understand, then we're going to get to a situation where Jag wins every comp from the final 10 again?
No,
or Heisem?
No, Jag's not in our alliance. Heisem is.
Yes.
Heisem beats Jag.
I would go, give me Bowie, give me America, give me Heisem. And that last spot, I think I'd go for Izzy, so Bowie could target Izzy and Izzy could target Bowie. This is perfect for me.
Hands down win for me, so no problem. 3-header households, thank you very much.
That'd be my strategy. All right, let's get to the next question. We're going to start zooming through them. I can't lose weight. Should I start taking that one drug? I assume Ozempic. I don't know the physical drawbacks of that. I mentioned to America, I'm like, should I take Ozempic? And she was like, you're stupid. And
that's ridiculous.
I didn't actually mean it. My gut is do everything you can before, and if you feel like it's the only option, talk to your doctor.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We're not giving medical advice on
No, I'm not. Top 3 presidents for me, and then your top 3 DJs. My top 3 presidents are FDR. Easy, FDR. I'm not picking any slave owners, so that limits most of them. I would say, I mean, Obama sucks, but I would go FDR, Clinton, and then Obama probably, I guess. I mean, maybe I'd say, like, Lincoln. He did win the Civil War. That was big. I'll say FDR, Clinton, and Lincoln, I think would be my answers. All right, Bowie, your top 3 DJs.
Top 3 DJs? That's really hard. For producing or performing? For performing, well, I really like Roger Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? Stella Bossi, techno female DJ.
That's cool.
And there's another female DJ whose name is escaping me right now. She lives in America, but I can't remember. But she is a great performer and a good producer.
So it's unnamed DJ is your last one?
Yeah, whose name I can't remember.
It's fine. All right, next question. Let's do it. I'm not going to answer. There's a question, Bowie, where do you live? I don't think we're going to answer that one.
In Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, generally. Should I go to grad school? I'm 40. It wouldn't necessarily make more money, but I just want to say I have a master's. That's shallow. I don't think you should do it superficially because you want to say you have a master's degree. But if you want to learn more and be more educated and become, more knowledgeable about a field, I think education's awesome. If you have the means to do it.
You should be passionate about it, though.
Some people love being a student. And it's like, you're
Not
40,
me.
do what makes you happy. If you can afford it, run it. And, I don't think doing something for ego is a terrible thing.
I mean, if it makes you feel good, I guess there's nothing wrong with it.
I feel like part of the reason I went to Vanderbilt, Bowie, because I really should have gone to the University of Florida, which would have been way cheaper and easier and whatever. But it was ego. Like, I wanted to go to a really elite school and be able to, all that. And that kind of led me to being able to apply to Big Brother and saying I'm at this elite university and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. It does have its benefits.
So, like, it's not unreasonable to act on ego, but try to find a non-ego reason to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
It is super expensive, though, so make sure you're in a financial space to do it. How do we turn off the Democrat hurricane machine? Good one. Thank you, Cara Maria, for the sub. I'm watching the stream instead of studying for my midterm tomorrow. Do I stay watching or leaving? The way I see it is if you're sitting here at 9:18 not studying for your midterm, you're screwed already. Might as well keep watching. That's the way I view it. What do you think? Were you a good studier?
I was a good crammer. Very good crammer. Not a good long-term study.
I feel the same way, where, like, I would procrastinate and then cram, but I would cram effectively. Like, I would actually cram.
Yeah, really cram. But I was, like, color-coding my notes and all that sort of stuff. That's why in the house I was like, this is really bad not having a pen.
Meanwhile, you aced every study in comp.
I don't know how, though, honestly.
Oh, boy. I thought my boyfriend and I were in a serious and loving relationship, but the first night at bed when I left, he made out with 2 girls and put his head between a waitress' breasts. I feel like this is a Jersey Shore copy pasta. Can someone from the chat confirm to me whether or not this is real? I feel like this is Jersey Shore. What is this? This is the note? It's a different note, right? You guys are so stupid. Cory, I need help. So I made a couple oopsies and lost my financial aid because my GPA is low. I'm taking one class for $1,800, but me and my family are so broke, so I'm nervous about my future, and I don't know what to do with my life. Well, focus on small things. Number one, you're paying $1,800 for this class. Make sure you do well in the class.
Yeah.
Like, I think the biggest thing I've learned, when you're in a really tough spot and you feel like everything's collapsing in on you, you're not going to solve everything in one fell swoop. So small goals, accomplish them. You're very capable of doing well in this class, which will raise your GPA either a lot or a little, whatever the case may be. You're taking this one class, you're paying a lot of money for it. Make sure you do well. That is within your control. And from there, no matter what, you'll be in a better position than you were before.
Correct.
So my advice is you've got a lot of problems in front of you. That's stressful. But there's one thing you can solve right now. Deal with that first. You'll be in a better spot. But I understand that's stressful. I find it very useful when I'm stressed to just accomplish a very easy goal.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be like, I'm going to do my fucking laundry today.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the dishes.
And then you're like, I did it.
I did it. And then it puts you in a good mindset. Mindset's not going to solve everything, but I think you get the gist. But I'm rooting for you. I would think I was in a pretty privileged situation, so I never got in this kind of spot, but I do think there's ways you can put yourself in a slightly better spot to deal with the rest of it. Should you date someone you know you won't marry? At what point is it unethical to intertwine your life with someone if you can't picture them long term? That's a hard one. Shit.
Well, what's the point?
Well, it depends on what they want. If you think they're in it for a long-term relationship, a marriage and kids, whatever the case may be, and you feel like you're just stringing them along, I don't know if it's unethical, but it's probably just not productive for the two of you.
That's more the answer.
And if you love somebody and you're being dishonest with them about what you want, if you're telling them, yeah, I'm in it for the long run, whatever, maybe that's when it becomes unethical. But...
Well, unless they never want to get married, that's the only other thing.
I think really what this question is asking is if you're dating someone because you like it casually and whatever, but you think they're more serious, is it your responsibility to shut it down?
I mean, I think at some point you can. Well, as long as they know, I think.
Yeah, I mean, transparency is probably your best thing to do. Some people don't believe in marriage. Yeah, throw away the institution of marriage for a second.
Yeah, I don't think that was the point of this question.
Yeah. I would say, like, be transparent, and if it ends things, that's fine. Ultimately, if you stay with them for longer knowing you're going to break up with them, it's just going to lead to a messier breakup for both of you. So just, even to protect yourself, I don't think it's worth it. But I get what you're saying. If you're happy in the moment, it's like, why would I destroy this? If you know they want to be long-term, I think you owe them the respect of communicating your intentions. I agree. I have dental issues and it's too expensive and I'm broke.
Oh, the worst.
That sucks.
Get on Medi-Cal.
No, like, the U.S. is fucked up in this regard.
Medi-Cal has dental. I didn't even realize.
What is Medi-Cal?
It's like the free healthcare, but you have to be earning under a certain amount.
I think that's a California thing.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Medi-Cal?
Yeah, Medi-Cal? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, if you're in California,
okay,
maybe.
move to California.
But dental care is so weird in the U.S. because it's never included in any, like, base healthcare.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like, Medicare does not include dental.
You could go to Mexico. I got some teeth things done in Mexico.
Unironically, like, America would tell me that, where, like, her mom would take her and her siblings to Mexico to do, like, dental procedures, and it would be way cheaper. That's not my advice, to be clear, but it is interesting that you said that. It's Obamacare. I have Medicaid in Washington. Well, look, I'm sure if someone's submitting this problem, they understand the healthcare system.
Well, I just didn't realize that dental came with Medi-Cal. I was surprised when I heard that.
Look, I don't have a solution to this, obviously, but I do think it's fucked up how, like, obviously having good teeth is, like, a status symbol in certain regards, but it's a chicken and egg situation again where, like, you can't have good teeth unless you're rich anyways.
Honestly,
or wealthy enough or middle class or whatever.
I would look into Mexico. I went there, got some teeth removed, no problem.
Look, Bowie knows better than me.
Yep.
I've heard about Mexico tips for dental stuff. Look.
But we don't give any advice here, but that's what I did.
That's what Bowie did. But basically the real answer is the U.S. healthcare situation is fucked up. So I wish we could solve that in one Twitch stream. I really do. How you become rich, hot, and famous? You win Big Brother 25. Oh my god. So my nephew got his situationship pregnant. The baby was born in June. It's October and the mother has still not gotten the paternity test done that she promised. There's always some weak excuse to why she hasn't gotten it. My sister-in-law, the nephew's mother, is attached. Okay. Some of us are starting to have real doubts about the true paternity of the child. This very well could be a child not related to us in any way. Okay, I understand the question. I think your job as the sibling is to air your concerns to, your sibling. And that's it. To your brother. I think you should tell your brother your concerns. And if your brother shuts you down, that's on him.
Yeah. You did your job.
Yeah. It's not your life. You know what I mean? And, like, you don't have to go out of your way to include this person in your life. But I think your responsibility is to your sibling. Go to them. Tell them your true thoughts. If they shut you down, don't push it. It's not for you. That would be my suggestion to this. It's a mess, though.
Hot mess.
Hot Mess Express. Remember that in the house?
When they were going to do the bus.
I've never in the house felt more confident that something was bullshit than the Hot Mess Express.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not going on that bloody bus.
All right, we'll do about 5 more. 5 more. Bowie, you have such a wonderful laugh. I loved watching you on the feeds. I hate my partner's laugh. What do I do?
You can't change a laugh, unfortunately. I don't think.
Yeah.
So you might have to leave him.
Stop being so funny. You could just avoid it.
Oh yeah, if you weren't funny, he won't laugh. Try and be more miserable.
That's true. How do I impress a British professor? I have a Zoom meeting in the morning with one. I feel unprepared. Say indubitably. It's a good vocab word. I think you do a lot of and then furrow your brow.
Talk about the soccer. The
football. Yeah, talk about your favorite Premier League team. And make it like a deep cut. Make it like Newcastle or something. Don't just say Manchester United.
Make sure you really know this. Like, don't just say you've got to have the back knowledge for it.
Yes. Talk about the Premier League. Talk about...
No, forget tea and crumpets. Sorry, talk about beer.
Yeah, talk about how you love the Labour Party. If you're a professor, you're most likely Labour Party. The UK is one of the... UK is pretty fucked up. When it, like, people always criticize the US for being super, like, xenophobic and stuff. The UK is right there with us. Like, the UK is nuts. Anyways, we got 3 more. My boyfriend never shows affection to me unless we're in bed. This is above my pay grade. Bowie, you got anything? This is...
Fire him.
Yeah.
Fired. He's using you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. I think she's right. Yeah. Honestly, it's not above my pay grade anymore.
Yeah.
Fire him. Dump him.
He's got to go.
You should show him affection nowhere, including the bed.
Yeah.
2 more. Shut up. Jersey Shore. Patreon watch party tomorrow. We're not going to do a Patreon watch party tomorrow. Excuse me. We're going to be watching on Bowie's TikTok live. We'll do something for the Patreon tomorrow, though, as substitute.
After, right?
I am on RHAP after the episode. So 1 more actual question.
That is very long.
This is definitely fake. I think it's fake. I'm getting bored of my relationship. I think fell out of love.
Leave.
That's hard, though, because I guess they've been long-term, right?
Well, okay, you should try and spice things up. Don't forget that. You need to, like, go do some new activities together. Try that out. And if that doesn't work, then get rid of him. Or her.
Yeah, if it's long-term, I would definitely talk to the person in the relationship before. See if you can reignite something.
But I think you know in your gut what's meant to happen.
I think so. I agree. But that'll do it. I appreciate all of you for hanging out. Our Wurtenberger Wednesday is going to continue next season. I'm sure in some capacity. I don't know how, but I think so. Don't get Bowie sick. No, my voice is just shot. It's been a long day. But that'll be it. Tomorrow we're doing a TikTok live on Bowie's TikTok. What is the handle?
Bowie Jane.
DJ Bowie Jane. We'll do something for the Patreon tomorrow around that time as well, so we're not going to shortchange you guys. I'm going to be on RHAP tomorrow after the episode, which I guess is, 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central. We're doing our watch party, so if you've already bought a ticket for that, we'll see you there.
Yay!
Thank you, Bowie, for hanging. Shout-outs. Everyone said they had a good time.
We'll see you all tomorrow night. Thank you for everyone who's commenting.
Yeah, I appreciate all of you. No stream tomorrow. We're going to be doing all these other things, but I probably will stream Friday.